7 normal things in Thailand, but not normal in our country?
So kind of similar to culture shocks, but it's going to be specifically like things that they view as normal. We'll see.
So let's just jump right into this right now. We have been to Thailand and we have posted travel vlogs of our time in Thailand. Only Bangkok this far, but we want to get back and make more videos soon. Check out the link in the description. Try Fate Lifestyle if you want to check out our adventures in Bangkok.
Let's see this and see if we relate to any of these things since we've been there.
Hey, here on Jomtien Beach, the sun is shining, the tank is clean.
See if we can
I
learn
just came
some
down
new
here to grab
stuff.
some lunch real quick.
Let's
I figured
see.
I'd go ahead and make a video for y'all answering some of my
I
most
do know the
frequently
sun
asked
does shine and
questions. I
it's
get these in the
extremely hot.
comments a lot. Gonna be 7 major differences between your country and living in Thailand.
How do you know
Let's
what
go.
country mine is? How is he going to make this? What if somebody's from like Vietnam
Thailand.
or... Yeah, you never know.
So obviously, if you're planning on coming to Thailand, there's gonna be quite a few major differences than in your home country. Now, that's not to say these are good things, they're bad things, they're just things you might want to be prepared for, so the
Just
culture
things.
shock isn't quite as real when you
Just
get here.
observation.
Might just make your entry a little bit easier. So like we said, I'm going to cover those today. I'm going to go over my most frequently asked ones just to kind of cut through the nonsense a little bit. That way you guys know what's up.
That was
before you get
cutting?
here.
I thought he was playing the
first one is
drums.
one you might notice before you even get here, and that is rent and all prices in general are always going to be cheaper for Thais. So if you're looking at condos, you're looking
don't
at
know if
hotels,
that's
anything
true
like that,
compared to
if you're talking to
Nigerians.
some Thai people, they
Yeah.
might tell you they're paying a few thousand less a month for their condo. If they go to national parks and things like that, things are always going to be cheaper for Thai people. So I always say it's great to make some Thai friends, even if you're going
Oh,
out.
he meant for Thai people. I thought he just meant Thailand in general. That would not be true for Nigerians, I guess.
It might even be worse for Nigerians. Who knows how?
Dang nabbit.
But I mean, we've seen that in a few countries in Southeast Asia. Malaysia, for sure, has that.
Definitely the
The national parks being more expensive.
the climb on that mountain, Mount Kinabalu, was like double the price and like so much more that it was we couldn't do it anymore and we wanted to do it. But dropping a K to climb a mountain would kind of suck.
But so far the title's right, because in the U.S. you wouldn't get that necessarily unless if they're in like some really rough state that really discriminates against anyone that's not white. But
That's illegal in the
yeah.
US.
technically illegal.
Out and maybe you're going to like buy some clothes or
Attire.
anything like that. What I do personally is I'll go to some of the markets and stuff and I'll just walk 10 or 20 feet in front of my Thai friends, spot something that I like, and then tell them, be like, hey, go back there and grab that for me. Granted, you can always
Good
barter,
strat.
you can always haggle
Yeah.
prices. So Thai people are gonna know what the real
What if
prices
you have
are,
no
so
friends?
it's just gonna be a little bit easier for them to negotiate prices. As far as you might not know if you are being offensive by offering too much or you're overpaying. Making some Thai friends is a great idea, especially if you're looking to rent places and things like that. They might be able to make a little bit better of a deal for you and save you some money in the long run.
Or if you're at a touristy market, look for ones that have set prices.
Yes,
That's what
that
we
is
always
useful.
do. And that might be set higher than it would normally be, but at least you know you're not getting super scammed, right?
Yeah.
Nice minivan. I wonder how much
jet
that jet
ski.
ski is. $20 for 15 minutes.
I definitely
Gosh,
told myself
dang.
this morning that I was gonna go to one of my other favorite spots to shoot to show you guys a little bit something different, but I saw the weather and I mean, just how could you not? If you're making your way over from the States, most of Europe, Canada, you're probably super used to just being able to use your card everywhere. Just the old tap to pay, Apple Pay, all that good stuff. Now, that is available very rarely here in Thailand. So one of the biggest differences is Thailand is a very, very much cash society. You're gonna have coins in your pocket all the time. You're gonna need to make sure you have change. So this is something that you should definitely get ready for. Try not to put everything on your card. Hit the ATMs as little as possible so you avoid all the fees. But generally, get ready to not be able to use your card very often. Now, if you go to like malls, places
A
like
big
that,
buff.
you can most likely use your card
That
there,
is-
but if you're out buying street food, anything like that, it's gonna be a little bit harder to find, and you're not gonna be able to use your card nearly as frequently as you do in your home country, if at all, really. One thing that I do get asked about quite frequently is Wi-Fi. Cell service, how's the Wi-Fi in hotels? Can you find fast?
Yeah,
Do
how
they
is
have
it in the
Gigablast, all
countryside?
that good stuff? Can I play video games? And the general answer is yes, especially here in the bigger cities, Pattaya, Bangkok, even Chiang Mai, Phuket. They all have generally really good internet access. Now, that's not to say you might be
Guy
able to find
is
the
checking
fastest
him out
speed
on
of
the
all
beach
time. You
there.
might-
It seems like I'm sure he's just interested in the camera, but just the way he's doing it, it's very like, it's like, oh, so dreamy.
He's like, wow, I liked him coming towards me, but walking away is even better.
Exactly.
Be used to it. Gaming is the one that might be a little bit hard, that might be a little bit harder to find. But generally, no matter where you
No
are,
Black
it
Ops
is
6?
accessible to find Wi-Fi.
No.
So Thailand also does have Starbucks, McDonald's, tons of places like that that offer free Wi-Fi. So even if your house is
We
maybe not
tried
that fast,
all the
if you
fast
need to
food in
upload a
Thailand.
video or anything, kind of like myself, Wi-Fi is very
Wait,
important. But
we
you can't
did?
Fast food haul. Check it out on our travel vlog channel, Travel Lifestyle. Got 20 slices of cheese on our burger at Burger King.
Pretty insane, I gotta say. Link in the description, guys. Check it out.
can find it generally everywhere. If you forget to pay your phone bill, something like that, you can always hop on somewhere, get to where you need to go, pull up Google Maps, whatever you need to do. It is generally very accessible, so that's not really something that you need to worry about.
Epic. The big 7-Eleven.
Yeah, it's like a straight up grocery store.
Now, in America, it's very, very important that you have your own car. Some cities are much better than others, but generally in America, public transportation is pretty much non-existent, and if it does exist, it's more of a pain than it is a convenience. So if you don't have a car, you're really gonna struggle if you don't live 2 minutes from your work, which is also super hard in the States because everything is so spread out. Now, I know generally in Europe, it's much better, so it might not be as big of a difference for y'all, but here in Thailand, generally, the transportation is much easier, much more accessible, and in general, just much more convenient than it ever is in the States. So especially if you're in Bangkok, they got the BTS, they got multiple train routes, buses, it's really easy to get around. Here in Pattaya, we've got the Bot Bus, and that's pretty much it, but obviously Pattaya is much smaller, so no big a deal. But generally, the public transportation in Thailand is gonna make your life a whole lot easier than it ever really is having your own car, dealing with traffic, or taking taxis everywhere and paying a definite premium. So biggest piece of advice, when you get here and you're looking for a spot, look up the local routes and see if you can get somewhere close, and your life will be a whole lot easier. It is a beautiful day for a walk on the beach, but man, I've definitely worked up an appetite. Let's go get something to eat.
Oh, food section.
Food? What type of food's he getting? A tattoo?
Is that food? For some people,
All right,
maybe, I guess.
lunch was a success. Now,
Oh,
where were we?
finished it.
Oh, he didn't even show his food. That's kind of disappointing. Thai food's delicious. Oh, sick ride.
Hello, rider.
One thing that definitely caught me off guard when I first got here has to do with hotels. So in the States, hotel fees and stuff are usually pretty straightforward. If you go on like Agoda or Booking.com, anything like that, the price essentially is what it is. It'll let you know if you gotta pay the full price there or if you gotta pay the full price at the hotel. One thing in Thailand that can be a little bit different sometimes is the amount of guests that are with you will change the amount of your room. I've seen it double if you add 2 guests. Now,
That's
this kinda
common
makes
in
sense
Asia
if
in
you're staying
general.
at like a
Yeah.
resort or something like that where, you know, meals and stuff are included, because then obviously they have to provide more food. But sometimes it doesn't have anything to do with it. Just 2 guests will be twice as much as 1 guest. So that's definitely one thing to look out for. Another thing
Definitely
is
hate
a lot
that.
of like
It's
resort
weird, you're
fees
paying
and
for the
stuff like that
room.
won't be listed.
Yeah, you should be able to put, like, until it becomes a nuisance to, like, the hotel, you should be able to put as many people in there as you want.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a king bed, you can maybe fit 3 people on that bed. If it's
Yeah.
maybe set a limit per the amount of bed space you have.
I don't get it when rooms will have 2 queen beds and then you have to pay for 4 people, even
Yeah.
though it's the same space. In the US, it's no matter what, it's the same price. So it's interesting. But that's definitely something we've come across in Asia, just not even just Thailand, in all of Asia, and it's really annoying to deal with.
on like a booking website or anything like that. Usually if you go directly to the hotel's website, it'll be pretty transparent, but if you use like a third-party website, sometimes when you show up there will be extra fees tacked on for being able to use the spa or the pool or whatever. So if you're booking with the intent of using those facilities, just make sure you double check. Sometimes it'll be in the fine print, sometimes it won't be there at all. So just, I always say, be ready to pay about 30% more than what you might see listed online. And definitely my favorite and probably biggest difference between especially the United States and Thailand is it's not really strange here to walk up and just talk to people. Not saying that it's strange in the United States, but people can kind of get caught off guard and be rude.
This guy is not from Minnesota.
No.
People walk up and talk to me all the frickin' time, and I don't know what to say.
It's like very like just if you're waiting there with someone else, it's instead of it just being silent, it's oh so what's your name? How are you doing?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I remember I was buying my dad like a gift for Father's Day or whatever, and we were just standing there waiting for it to happen, and the person next to me was like, "Oh, I have one of those. Those are really nice." And they just started telling me about all of the things that they do on their grill. I was like, "Okay,
Yeah, cool.
nice.
Nice. Yeah. All right. Wow. Nice.
The U.S. is a big country, so people are different in different places. Where we're from, people are known to be very talkative and friendly, so that is a thing. So in a lot of these videos where they're like, "Wow, people are so much friendlier here," and they come up and talk to you, and we hear that, and we're like, "Oh, that kind of just happens where we're from too."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
It's interesting.
Rude or just be uncomfortable because they're not used to people coming up to them and talking in public. Thailand is the complete opposite. This has to do with everybody too, including women. If you want to go up and just talk to girls and introduce yourself, granted some girls will be shy, so it might be a little bit awkward.
This
but
guy's a
treat you like
player.
you're a weirdo or
he's
you're
a
being
big
rude or anything
doctor.
like that if you go up
Yeah.
and you strike up a conversation with somebody you don't know, which makes it super stress relieving if you're lost or anything like that. Don't be afraid to just go up and ask somebody, show them on
That's
maps where
nice.
you're trying to get to, and 9 times out of 10 they will be happy to help
My
you out.
father
All right,
has
y'all,
done
so
that
was
in
my 7
Minnesota
biggest
many
differences
times
between
when we're lost
Thailand
in
and
the
the West.
city.
I hope you enjoyed. If you'd like to see
He'll just pull up, like we were lost, like going to a baseball game, he'd just be lost and he'd just pull up to like somebody in their front yard and be like, "Hi, do you know how to get to this place?"
Mm-hmm.
And then it turned into like, "Oh yeah, it's over there, blah blah blah."
Yeah, typically that's how it works. There's not much of a like bystander type mentality where we're from, so
No.
it's similar to what we've noticed here in Asia. And I'm living in the Philippines. We've lived in the Philippines for a long time and visited Thailand, obviously, as well.
That's 7 normal things in Thailand. We have been to Thailand, and yeah, a lot of the things he did mention, I say, are definitely true. I don't know if there's anything new that we learned from this video necessarily, just kind of all of Asia info.
I expected, since it wasn't just a culture shock title, that it might have been like more unique things. But yeah, it was just typical things.
Yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Maybe you learned something from watching this video.
And
If
maybe you
did,
can teach us something in the comments below.
do it. Check out our Thailand vlogs down in the link in the description, Tri-Fit Lifestyle, and we'll see you in the next one.
Goodbye.
Bye.